you're right. I should get started, sweetie. Deadly Premonition 2 came out this July, and given the timing, I like to think it was a special birthday present to me. So I figure it's a good time to talk about the OG, Deadly Premonition. It's an experience. A special kind of masterpiece from the mind of developer Swery65. A wild ride that wears its Twin Peaks influence on its sleeve. True, most folks know that already. But for those of you who haven't played it, should you? Deadly Premonition is the most difficulty I've ever had trying to complete a game. Not to say the game is hard. It isn't. But playing around its many problems is. From what I can tell, the original Xbox 360 release is the most stable. But if that's how you choose to play, I hope you enjoy survival horror tank controls. No, I played the director's cut port on PC. Little one, remind me what we had to do to make it playable. Right, here's the list. I'll throw some links in the description for what I can on this. Apply the 2020 fixes to run the game in Windows, disable compatibility optimization. After all that, I can generally get an hour or two of gameplay out of it before it crashes. I maybe should have clarified that that's what playable meant. We had some theories as to why some of these things helped, but I'll let Flan explain those. Experimenting and trying to figure out all these things was a profoundly frustrating experience. And there are still more issues I ran into I haven't mentioned, both minor to major. My DualShock 4 wouldn't work with the game unless big screen was enabled, though Steam fixed this during my playthrough. I'd installed a video codec thing called lab filters during my playthrough to watch unrelated video content, and that prevents you from loading your game up. If you attempt to restart the game after crashing without restarting your computer, some problems will persist, and you won't get a lot of gameplay time before the next crash. One of those problems that might persist is the speed of vehicles being way faster than normal, so maybe it can be a speedrun tactic. Killing enemies with the Weed Whacker weapon plays the Weed Whacker sound from the location you killed the enemy indefinitely. When approaching a crash, the map screen textures often end up absolutely destroyed. One side mission to drive an NPC somewhere has 2 potential starting locations, and one of those locations was a guaranteed crash. In the storyline, there's a diner you sometimes can't leave without crashing. But if that happens, you can wait inside the diner till you're kicked out, and come back and advance the story the next day. This is a game that I gave up on the first time I tried to play through it, before coming back much later and trying again. And then ended up restarting my save file for a second time, because I'd made it harder for myself to do everything I'd wanted to do. If you're a completionist, use a side quest guide and do every side quest in the chapter it first becomes available whenever possible. Why? Because if you have to replay older chapters to get a side quest done, you can't save until you do the entire chapter. And when you're in constant danger of crashing, that's the real survival horror. Hell, I was terrified to try and get game footage because I had no reason to believe the game would cooperate enough to let me. So given all of that, let me answer the question I asked before. Should you play it? Yes. Every bug you have to face, every crash, every setback, it's all worth it. Deadly Premonition is a beautiful, charming, quirky game. Swery65 delivers something I've never experienced before. The trees in the game kind of remind me of the ones here in town, actually. Maybe one day, there'll be a stable version. Maybe the fans should rebuild the whole damn game in a modern engine just to make it work. But until then, suffer for their art. It's really been a year? Guess I missed it. Sub, like, bell. Crowdfunding link in the description.